Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Gregtech Community Edition Modern. Just a quick heads up, we're going to go over a couple of things. Recording did not capture the very first part of it for some reason, so just cuts out a little bit of the intro. This little structure won't be here, obviously that will. I did kind of freshen up the area a little bit, added some more storage bits, and then on top of that I did straighten out just a couple more things. Previously, we did the LV machines. I'm not going to go over there because spoilers for the later on in the episode if I go over there now. But see you guys back in the past. Bye. Okay, we're good. Should probably pop some more stuff in here. So let's go ahead and go get that. We'll go get a stack, 2 stacks of iron. Let's grab out a stack of that just to refresh all of the charcoal or a coal coke in there. Let's do that. Alright. We got all of that set up. We even got ourselves a little storage area. Not much right now. Hoping to get one of those blocks that ends up putting them all together so that you can just put everything in that one container and have it all work together. Now, for today, I did get some stuff assembled together because the biggest thing that's killing me right now is sulfur. Needing lots of sulfur for all of the rubber that we're trying to work with. So I did put together enough stuff to get it to where I can actually use rubber at a much better ratio right now. As until I get ore processing stuff set up, that's the biggest pain, considering 1 sulfur gives me 1 rubber. Whereas I think after this, let's look at the recipe really quick. Where's the rubber? Boom. Alright, liquid rubber. So we can get that. I think that's something like 8 bars of rubber from 1 off of that simple change. I mean, I think we can even find out. Basic chemical reactor. The chemical. Why don't we use your freshly made chemical reactor to unlock a new, better recipe for rubber? Rubber is unusable as a fluid, so you will need to make another machine to process it further. You can't make rubber using the chemical reactor alone, so here are some other machines you might want to aim for. A solidifier is used to solidify your rubber directly into rubber sheets. You'll want these moving forward, and then you could then make use of an assembler to use your molten rubber for cables. This isn't important for tin cables, but better cables will need to be made in an assembler. That's something I don't remember that being a thing, but I could be completely wrong. But that's what we're going to do. I guess it doesn't tell us what the ratio difference is, but I did already grab all the materials together. So there's our chemical reactor, and in the meantime, we're going to grab the other one so that we can work together with... Oh, I guess I can't look at the thing. So let's go ahead and go put it on there. I want to grab out 1 more of these tin cables to add to this thing. I guess we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want the chemical reactor right here, because I want it to output, since we can do automatic output. I want fluid output. I guess it's interesting. So I don't need to do that. I guess we'll just move a chest for a second then. It looks like... Oh, and then of course I do that. It looks like you can have 2 separate outputs on it, which is something a little bit different that I was not ready for. So we can do that. Automatically output. We want it to enable the output. Ah. Okay, so you can set it, but you can't. You can't set both. You can only set one input. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Because every machine already has one output slot. And so, like, I have that wire one outputting to the chest below it. And then... I'm confused. Oh, why that's that way. I don't know. I guess I tried. But I guess... Guess they're both enabled. Maybe it does work. I don't know. We'll find out here in a little bit. But then the other thing we need to do is we need to make this basic fluid solidifier to actually be able to use the rubber in any usable form. So what we're going to do from there is we have to craft these pumps. And I have set it up. The only thing I got to grab out is the tools for it. So we need our wrench. And I think it was a screwdriver? Screwdriver. So now we can make both of those. One. Where did the other one go? Oh, I needed a fan for that one? Okay. So I just need another tin fan. I didn't realize that I was going to use my other tin fan. So let's go ahead and grab out the tin for that. It's 1, 2, 6 tin for that. Plus we need a screw and a ring. So pop that on out. Pull out the 2. That, and this. 1, 2. There's the additional screw and the... I guess you have to do it in a big crafting bench. I guess it's shape crafting, which I find always very interesting that it doesn't work that way. I wonder if they have to, like, put it... Nope. Tin ring? Oh. That's why it wasn't working. Not even doing the right recipe. Boom, boom, boom. We need the... I don't need the wrench. We do need the wrench. But not the wire cutters. So now we make our second... Oh, we make our tin fan. Which we need the file and the hammer out for. Well done. Well done. Fan. Fluid solidify... or... pump. And then now we should be able to... Oh, we are short a wire. We'll go ahead and snip this back one just because I now know that that works. There and there. Alright, and then we're going to go with our basic chemical reactor. Both of those. Now we should have the cables we need for the basic fluid solidifier, which will do the same thing. We place it there, we set it up to output onto the bottom and enable the output. And so now we should be able to make our liquid rubber. Sulfur and that gives our liquid rubber, and then from there we can make it into plates directly if we put it in the casting mold. Which I think we will now store that casting mold over here now. So let's go ahead, put the casting mold on in. Let's test out our first little bit here. Sulfur and a bunch of rubber. There's our first batch going through. So we don't need all of that. It's a 30-second craft. That is a long craft for sure. And now we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of them. So that's exactly what I thought it was. So that not only ends up shrinking down how much we need per... What is that? That totally makes it like 8 times more efficient for the sulfur, and then it goes from a 3-to-1 to a 1-to-1 ratio on the rubber pulp. So now that we've got that, we could actually start doing some serious machines here now. I do get 1 or 2 motors. How many motors did I get back? We get the one, just the one. That's fine. Let's go ahead and see what other... Ooh. How we got down here. Nope, not here. We're leaving that there for inventory reasons. Okay. Oh, we need a bucket. Ooh. We need to stop automatically outputting. I forgot about that. Let's not auto output. Just getting overexcited there. Might actually have to pick this machine back up. Okay. And then now we got that. We just need the fluid solidifier. So let's go ahead and get back up. Place it back down. And we can reconfigure it, no problem, really quickly. And then we can re-enable the fluid output. Go ahead and put that in there. And put the plate mold back. And that's going to give us a second bucket. Now, the only thing I don't love about getting the bucket is that that's not an even amount for a thing. So, I don't really want to pull it out yet. But the other thing that's nice with that is that's actually going to make all of these also even more efficient, that I don't need to use the alloy furnace anymore. Except for making, I mean, probably not even, oh no. No, I'll need to use it at some points. Uh-oh. That's not the way that's supposed to work. Let's go ahead and make some item pipes then. Let's go ahead and check what the recipes are for basic item pipes. Item. Alright, so we can do something like tin. We could do electrum. What's the difference? Oh, it's... Oh, wait, no, that's brass, not bronze. So tin can only transfer 16 at a time, but I think that's all we really need. So go ahead and go get some tin. Since all we need is 2 of them for now. Okay, that should be done. Come over and let's make those tin pipes. Make sure we can hook them up properly. Wrench, hammer, item pipes, okay. Do that. Let's see. Attach and attach. And then only one going in to the chest for whatever reason, just in case for some reason decides to shove it out somehow. Otherwise. But clearly, as we can see, that works exactly like we want it to. I can just grab some more rubber from our chest over here, plop it right on in to get it started up again. And now we've got a pretty sustainable source of rubber. So with that, basic extractor. The reason we didn't press the LV version of steam machines is because they're not required. You might not want to invest into an upgrade that does next to nothing, except for this one specifically, because it's a big improvement over the steam age. The basic extractor gains fluid capabilities, which enables use it to melt rubber that you previously solidified, to melt soldering alloy for your circuits, and to melt red alloy for your best vacuum tube recipes. So as nice as that one is right now, I think the biggest thing is we don't want that yet, because we should do the assembler first. However, the assembler is going to be a really big task because it needs a lot of different heavier duty parts. So I think getting into some basic ore washing might be good. I think chemical bath was the one I was looking at. Let me look at what we got here. Oh, that's not the keys. Because I just want to see if I can get the copper and the what's it called? Iron apart from each other. Which it looks like I can macerate it. You can't get this just yet. But we could either put it through a chemical bath for gold dust, or basic ore washing with some distilled water to get our pyrite. And then if we put it through... I can't do the macerator, but we could do the thermal centrifuge. That's later again, so that's not going to happen right now. Our other option is doing it through the macerator and then through a centrifuge to get pyrite, but it's at a much lower rate, so I'd rather just probably do these two, and then this one I believe we can use to just straight up smelt. Yeah. So let's take that over there. Just gonna show how it works. We put it in our macerator, and it says it's gonna take 20 seconds. So we'll just let that go while we work on what we're gonna work on. So we don't need this one or this one. Let's go ahead. That's not pyrite buttons. We want to look at ore washing. Is not in here. Basic sifter. Basic ore washing. This machine combines washing for simple automation, but also advanced and precise washing for byproducts. Washing a crushed ore will grant a purified ore, which can be refined further. Some useless stone, and more importantly, The first byproduct. Any ore will give a minimum of 2/3 of a dust of a byproduct through washing. Prioritize this step the most. Using distilled water over water cuts recipe duration in half, but it is also more difficult to produce. So we can just use regular water, which we probably will be doing at first, and then we can look at doing distilled water. But we're going to need more of all the different... Whoa. That's right, they have different ones. Man. We don't have an assembler, so don't even look at those. So we need the basic assembler. We can't even do this one, we need these. But because these are cheaper, that makes it a lot easier. So let's get all of this stuff together. We need to make our glass tubes, we need to make... Go ahead and melt those down. I don't know why I only grabbed out 2, but I'm probably going to be right back. We'll grab the stuff for that, and I think we'll wrap it up after I get that one set up. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get the stuff together, and we'll be right back once I'm ready to set up a little bit of an ore washing station. Alright, we're grabbing the last of our stuff here. Just needing to smush out a few more plates, make our casing, grab our glass, and then we should be ready to pop that onto our line of machines we got over there. So, only important part, because I've done it 2 more times now, use the wrench for the casing. Didn't do it earlier, but I did it when I was preparing the other stuff previously for the other 2 machines, where I totally used the wrong thing. Oh, LV hole. Wrought iron plates. Do we have those in here? We're gonna have to probably make some more of those. Hopefully there's an easier recipe for it. This stack here is also almost done, but we'll have the 1 stack to do with what we need to, so we'll grab that out so we have it in the meantime. Toss all our unneeded tools in here. And we'll get on over to craft that machine hole and the ore washing station, because I need 2 more cables because I just used them. Okay, there's that. The 2 more rubber needed for those. Should probably just make a little crafting bench over here. Oh. But now we can move this ore washing station on in. And I do think, for the sake of being able to pump water over, probably best if I slide this machine over here too. Let's go ahead and put the basic wire mill here. I think we're gonna go grab more tin so I can make another pair of wires. So I want it wired up as close as I can. Just gotta do this. Enable our program circuit. Grab out 2. So I do want it to sit maybe right here, so that water can just come straight up. So we'll go with our basic ore washing station. now, just so we can get it working and make sure it is working, I am going to go ahead and slap down some bronze pipe. Do need our water brought in, and then I should be able to dump in. Well, I guess it only works with the distilled version, which is fine. We'll have to make a distillery. But that is good to know. That actually gives us an intermediary too. Machine-wise. So, let's look up distillery. Distillery. Right there. So we're going to need an electric pump, 2 more circuits, a copper spring, just all the same stuff as before. I do have some stuff left over on the side here from previously working on crafting that stuff. But I think I will wrap that up here. I'm going to get the distillery up and running so that we can distill water in, pipe it in. I'll show you guys how it works next time, but it's super simple. We're just going to hook it up to the pipe it on up here to get the ore washing station distilled water instead, so that it will return our first ore washed output. See, now it's showing water. What the... Do I have to program circuit this thing? Oh, you do have to program circuit it. Never mind. I guess we're getting it done right now. I guess we'll just fill up this barrel then for now. Just so... And then we can place it right on top there, actually. And just hit it with a screwdriver, and that will be kind of a temporary fix for that. And I'll get some wooden pipes hooked up to it in the meantime. That's pretty crazy that that's what it took. I didn't realize it was going to require a programmed circuit. It's probably so that you don't accidentally do it. Or is there another... Oh. So you could also just ignore these outputs, which I don't know... Oh, you can just make these pretty easily. That's good to know. But... I guess if you just don't want these extra outputs, you could do that. Which this is the output that it looks like, yeah. So this is why I wanted to figure out stuff for this one. Is so that we get the sulfur from this, which we'll have to get the electrolyzer next time. But thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Get on out of here. Work on just making the setup a little bit better here. I won't be adding anything different. And next time we'll look at getting some more of these LV machines up and running. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.